Travel costs, especially flights, seem to be reaching new heights every quarter, making it imperative for people to seek ways to fly affordably, including myself. Like many, I've spent countless hours scoring YouTube for tips on booking cheap flights, and I did find some that seem to be mind-blowing. I have booked probably hundreds of flights myself and never used any of those miraculous flight hacks. Have I been a moron overpaying all this time? So in this video I decided to put popular flight hacks to the test, and the results might just be shocking. In many videos it has been repeated and I've actually heard about it before, but you shouldn't really look for flights for too long, because as soon as the airlines find out that you are searching over and over for a specific connection, they will start raising the prices, so you book the flight afraid that the flights will keep getting more expensive. So the hack should be to actually search for flights in incognito mode, or to delete cookies every time you search for flights. So I decided to take a sample route from Warsaw, Poland to Lima, Peru, round trip from March 1st to 10th, and check the prices in normal mode in Chrome for several days. I started searching on 11th of November and did the very same search for a week almost every day. I used some of the most popular searching websites available like Skyscanner, Kayak and Momondo. The results were quite surprising, since Skyscanner actually showed different prices over time for the same connection. But if you went further to the airline webpage, the prices didn't actually change at all. Here you have an overlook on the prices on different days for different searching tools and on the airline website. The prices are shown in Polish zloty, but that doesn't matter, the numbers are the same. After a week of extensive searching, the prices didn't even flinch, they were just the same. Now, it might have happened that to you the prices have risen after some time, but it has nothing to do with evil airlines, trying to make you book the flights ASAP. The thing is that the prices do vary throughout the time depending on the time left, amount of tickets, and probably some other factors that we cannot influence in any manner. The bottom line is, don't bother with incognito, cookies, whatever. Do your research properly. This hack is just not true. Other common revelation is that depending on your location, prices might vary significantly. Many YouTubers claim that if you change your place of origin on the airline website, it may influence the prices. Apparently, the airlines use different fares for different countries to promote themselves in lower income countries. That seemed a little bit weird from the beginning, since the airlines would give us this magical trick themselves, as this is a feature on their websites. Right, so also this time I decided to turn on my Sherlock mode and do some research. This one was way easier to check, because all I had to do was selecting several airlines and checking their prices for, once again, some connections. This time I also chose at first Warsaw to Lima. I started as a Polish person and then switched to Peruvian origin. I checked the same if I was from Ukraine and from Sudan. Apparently this makes sense, especially for lower income countries. Luckily, no differences in treatment of various nationalities have been noted. Good job, airlines! To double check, I did the same for American Airlines, although there I could only select the region I was from. And obviously I changed the place I'd be going to for New York. What would be actually awesome to go there? Maybe someday. To be honest, no surprise for me, whatever country I was selecting, the prices remained almost the same. Yes, almost. You might think, well, it differed up to 15 bucks and that's not nothing. True, but bear in mind that the airlines might have a specific currency conversion, and when it actually comes to paying, you will need additional conversion and the price would most probably be the same. If you enjoyed the video so far and see value in it, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. I'll share many more content about flights and traveling in the future. The last hack that I found was really popular. It really was about outsmarting the airlines this time. Sure, changing the origin on the website didn't seem to be working from the very beginning, but there is actually a way to make the websites and airlines think that you are from a country you have selected. For that purpose, a VPN is used. With a special software, which is paid actually, you can select any origin of your IP address. And again, this is a very popular hack on YouTube to search for prices being in various countries. Now, here you need a special software, you must pay for it, and it actually makes the internet think you're from somewhere else. It sounds like it may be that this phenomenal hack may save us a lot of money. But I needed to verify that first. I looked up on Google for some VPN software and decided for ExpressVPN since it's possible to do a monthly payment only. Although all of them have a money back guarantee, I didn't want to pay for a whole year over $200. After downloading the software and paying for the first month, I was able to select any country my IP should be seen from. This time I started with Air France and Rio de Janeiro to Warsaw flight search. I started as a Peruvian, but no matter if I was from Peru, Mexico, Canada or France, the prices were just the same. Then I did a similar thing for the Canadian Airlines Air Canada. Disguised as a Frenchman, Canadian and Indian, I searched for flights, but every time the results were almost identical. Then I thought to myself that I need to check again how come those YouTube hacks were successful in other videos, and I took a different approach. Instead of searching for a specific connection of a specific airline, I used Google Flights. That way I was able to see many more flights at once and see a much broader spectrum of offers. And you know what? Nothing. Everything you could potentially save was £3 if you wanted to go to Tbilisi from London, so that didn't work either. That left me curious and actually wondering what is going on. Why are so many people trying to tell others that it is working? Maybe I was doing it wrong, but I double checked on my IP location, it was all like it was supposed to be. Sure, it might be that only few airlines do have different rates depending on the country you're from. So I checked those YouTube videos again, and this time it hit me right away. All those claiming the VPN would work for finding cheaper flights were actually sponsored by VPN software providers. I think that speaks for itself. Is it okay to promote things that don't work? Well, you can answer that question for yourselves. So it turned out that all secret hacks were bullshit, and claimed that you should be able to outsmart airlines is just a cheap clickbait. So instead of cheap, I found cheat. Now, the truth is, flights are getting more and more expensive and airlines need to be paid to let you fly. There's no magic. They need to buy fuel, pay the staff, airports, marketing and everything. Sure, you can find cheaper flights, there are some special offers, and definitely you can optimize your flight search process. To do that, make sure to watch my next video where I'll share my step-by-step process on finding best and cheapest flights. Cheers and safe travels. Do zobaczenia.